Hello, friends. Welcome to my channel. So, today we're going to discuss on the Rahu and Ketu karmic axis transit in Cancer, especially in 2026. Cancer is a sign which is more of an emotional sign, and they believe the on your call conversation happens in their life through emotions and inner child or inner mind always give a kind of preferred preference than the your normal intellectual communication sometime. Cancer is lot to give you this year. This year Cancer sign will potentially see a kind of confused state, but at the same time, um, since the Rahu and Ketu coming into the second and eighth axis, it is creating some subtle war between your thought process, and you need to deal it. And these are some major karmic lessons. Will give it to you, but at the same time, you will have some understanding how to deal with your own people, your colleagues, or even your some unfulfilled desires you want to look for some getting activated. So Ketu is going to second house, which is like a Leo, and Rahu goes in the eighth house, which is in Aquarius. It's not a normal shift. Okay, it's a trine activation. When you look at Dharma Trine, basically it's a righteous movement of a soul, in which Ketu has come. So Ketu is asking you to follow dharma, and follow the rituals related to dharma, especially in your earthy houses, because your second, sixth, and 10th houses are got activated, where Ketu coming into that trine, which is going to make you little restless, and also little bit detached from your current your earth energy, and you don't want to be get engaged with that. And it feels like you're making money, or old ways of making monies are dying, and you're right in a way, because you are looking some new things, you are looking for some new actions. So let's start with Ketu in the Leo. Ketu in second house sitting in a royal sign of Leo. Now, what happens? Leo sign comes as your second house. Now, second house denotes your family, your wealth, your nurturing, your food habits, and your I will say wealth, finances, accumulated wealth. This comes under the now under the effect of Dharma Trine, where Ketu has come into picture. Now, Ketu is a planet of subtraction. Ketu is obviously, the headless planet. He doesn't have a head. So you probably lose a interest in your own people, your own family, and you will look for some kind of loneliness or isolation in your conversation, your thoughts. Your speech is a little bit uh, uninterested in with people to talk. You love the silence, and you are constantly analyzing the entire situation, all situations you go through. And there is a kind of stripping away of your attachment. You start showing that attachment, that you are losing the interest. People feel why you are behaving like this, but yes, you are losing in the interest of status symbol. While people say, okay, I have Ketu in second house, I don't lose that. But fact, phonetically, it actually happens with you, that you will lose interest into talking with people, or sometimes you have got a certain food related intuitive mind. You feel whether I should eat this food or not. Focus on sattvic food. I think that's a food you should be focusing. Pure vegetarian kind of food you should be focused, because Ketu again denotes the presence of divine in your second house. So you, since it's a dharma effect, so what happens is you will be called to speak your truth, and which sometimes not good, but yet you need to speak. Your income is now tied up with your dharma, and if your job feels sometimes little bit soulless, and you want to run away from that situation, you don't want to deal, and frankly you will sometime get confused to deal in the office environment, and this entire feeling is going to come during this Ketu transit, and Ketu will make feel unbearable until you move towards and getting into deep into your thoughts. Unless you don't do that, you will have that kind of challenge. Probably you will have an interest in a daily routine to go for yoga or kind of things, you may start interest. uh, there is also you might find yourself rediscovering a talent from your childhood which you were missing, and probably someone from your family will give you that idea to look for this to create certain joy. So you don't know how to deal the present situation, and that's the reason you will look for some kind of hobby or interest you may suddenly develop, and that becomes a serious part of your identity. So you may get into astrology, or you may get into some yoga practice, you can want to get into that, or you want to learn some kind of instrument, and probably you want to think about it, or your thoughts will become more and more philosophical in the conversations. Now exactly opposite. So when Rahu Ketu gets activated, Rahu is also get activated. So Rahu is in the eighth house. So Rahu and Ketu are 180-degree apart. So they are exactly opposite to each other. So when your Leo, that second house, get activated, the Aquarius Rahu is also getting activated in your eighth house. So Rahu in your eighth house is in the Mrityu Bhava, or eighth house is like a house of transformation, where the Aquarius sign is there. Now Aquarius is own sign of Rahu. So Rahu is very comfortable here, but again it's a eighth sign. So there is a kind of and it is actually into the Kama or desire trine. It's in the desire trine. So your desire to be on the social network or social communities to get engaged, that can happen, but yet you want to be little secretive your own thoughts on that area. So desire of power, while Ketu makes you humble, but your about your own money, but Rahu makes you hungry for big money. So investment, you have, suppose you paid some taxes and you're waiting for tax returns, or some inheritance related money, or some unearned wealth you might get, and you through the shared resources or some legacy you will, or through some investment you will get some money, and you can utilize that money for yourself. Aquarius is also sign of a collective. So a trine connects your eighth house secrets to the 11th house, and again, so like you are going to desire and potentially achieve a wealth through high-tech ventures, or some secret groups you will have, or some unconventional partnership. And however, Rahu coming into eighth house is also kind of sustenance of the marriage comes in the eighth house. So there is going to be a kind of efforts will be put to sustain the marriage, and for that probably you may have to do little compromise with your own uh, friends and relatives and all, you want to look, because you want to focus on your marriage sustenance. You will also gain access to some inside information, and be careful, Rahu is in the 8, it can also bring some kind of insult, and just be careful what when the Rahu is transiting in the 8th house, because Rahu acts as a spy and who brings you some kind of winning story. So people into the detective, or maybe in the sales or competitive field where they want to gain some information about the competition, this is a time you will get some valuable information. uh, there are certain things you need to understand, since the Cancer sign, Aquarius is the 11th house, 8th house, and in the 8th house, it is considered to be past life karma. So there is going to be some unlocking will happen. You will unlock certain secret or resources about your lineage. This could be literally a inheritance or a karmic gift, a skill passed through the DNA that suddenly switches on. So you were never knowing it, and there is a kind of a revealing will happen about your ancestral skills, and that which you probably will continue to maintain in this life, and allowing you solve some of your major problems in your life. If you are struggling in career or in finance, probably this could be a unlocking the password of it. There is going to be a Aquarius in the is an influence. You will receive sudden gain or a hidden digital source. This isn't about your salary or dividend, but it's a payout from a tech-based investment. So you are, since Rahu is denoting the investment, so it's something you are invested into. Some people involved in the Bitcoin, or maybe people who are in kind of some insurance related or technology related stocks, or somewhere your investment and you want to sell it out and get the money out of it. Yes, this is a time you will get through those any related digital investment you have done in past, which will give you the fruits. uh, uh, Also there is a health shift. So if you are lingering health mystery, like Rahu in the eighth comes, is a chronic issues where people faces a lot of chronic challenges, but this with some kind of unconventional method you will able to uh, overcome this challenge. And also understand it's a karmic investment, karmic challenges where the Rahu is transiting. So that means the karma or past karma, bad karmas are getting activated, and you want to really come out of it using the Rahu's positive side of it. But however, you have to focus on your health as well during this period. Um, Unforeseen challenges might face, and this is where you need to deal with that. Now there is a karmic pattern is there. So karma are clearing right now is the date of validation. So you have defined your worth on how much you will provide for others. So you have played the role of a generous king also, and when you were empty inside, not by wealth but by mind you inside, you need that validation to how much you want to really go ahead and help others, or you need to really take care of your own vulnerability. So you're learning that your value isn't just bank balance, but your vulnerability is very important. So by letting go the need of look perfect, where the Ketu is based in second house, and you open the door of universe where you start learning or pouring your resources, and which these are some of the unseen information or unseen direction where Rahu will take you for a ride. Some of the key critical tips I thought just to give here is that every Monday, offer a small amount of honey or jaggery to birds or animals that sweeten the harsh detachment of Ketu in Leo, and keeps your speech gentle, because the Ketu in the second house can affect your conversation, will be little blunt and very straightforward, and this is not good for you in a long run, where you spoil the long-term relationships and engagements and all. You don't want to disturb that. Also, Rahu is in the air sign, which is again in Aquarius, and you need to ground your energy. You need to spend 5 minutes daily touching your bare earth or a stone, just bare walk you can do. Additionally, donate some black sesame seeds or dark umbrella on Saturday to pacify the eighth house effect. To the poor or old people, you can do that. And also follow, since the it's a fortunate time that Ketu is into the second house, is a speech where you utilize the some of the mantra reciting during this time, which will give a extremely good effect on, especially related to money, and remove the ego about money, and the grace of the money, and will continue to flow with you if you remove those ego. And devote yourself. So wherever Ketu is there, it clearly indicating you to surrender self in that area, uh, to get the highest benefit from that house. So Cancer is the tide is pulling back to you. See the treasures hidden on the ocean floor, but at the same time, don't fear the silence of the Ketu. The intensity of the Rahu is also important, and you need to realign your life purpose, because Ketu is in the Dharma Trine will ask you to focus or realign your career, wealth, family, and even your health. Whereas Rahu is telling you on your home front, or in your family or marriage sustenance, or even your own isolation, you need to be not get overly obsessed. So hope you like my video. If you like my video, just do like my video, and if you love my channel, then do subscribe. And if your friends and relatives who are looking for some good information about second day tactics of Rahu and Ketu and for the Cancer signs, do share with them. And hope you to see you in next video with some more um, good insights about Vedic astrology and some of the zodiac signs, unknown information probably, which will be really helpful for you to align your life. So thank you and have a great day.